Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. Welcome to more Z2R action. Max Rando Tournament continuing with Patrick and jkoper in winners round 2. And our commentators will be Elendar and Royale. Take it from here, you two.
Hey, Royale. It's going to be a good one. It's got to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this race, Elendar. This should be good times. jkoper reached this round by defeating you, actually, Sad, in round 1.
Boy, race.
And Patrick is here after taking the win over Dr. J PhD in round 1. So yeah, this should be exciting times.
Yeah, jkoper just finishing it. So now we should be good to go in just a bit. But yeah, this is Patrick, previous tournament champion, jkoper. I don't know if he's ever won a Z2 tournament, but gets pretty far in most of them.
Yeah, he's like a mainstay, right? Like even if he doesn't like win a ton of tournaments, he's just always entering and always like, getting to the bracket stage, getting to the winners bracket, like just he's just like a rando guy. He's in all the randos, everything.
Yep. And a little bit of a spoiler real quick as our runners are starting in just a second. They are starting with everything.
Oh, yeah. You see Animus, our wonderful tracker, showing us that they have all the items. Plus dash life spell.
Yep. Only 4 gems, but a comfortable 7 bars of life and 3 lives. As we've got what appears to be a dry canyon right away.
Decently friendly biome. Unfortunate to start with the boots in a dry canyon.
Yeah, when you've got the boots, the dry canyon is a little bit sad because it just means you're going to get more encounters. But both these runners pretty good at trying to get encounter skips as we get our first item of the seed, and we're going to see a lot of these.
We're going to see a lot of junk, Elendar, between the 4 starting items and 3 extra starting heart containers.
Yeah, it's something like half the item pool has been turned into minor items at this point. And this is a big question when you get these kind of seeds where you start with everything. It's like, do you even want to look for items? Like, what do you?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, how much exploration do you do? And I think, that Cuts Off and Koper has the weird color palette, but I think this is Free Fairy. And I feel like if this is Free Fairy, even though Max Rando scares the crap out of me, what I would do here is get Free Fairy, go find Downstab, and probably just go look for GP. Or start placing gems,
Yeah, I mean, with only 4 gems needed to place, you probably don't need Reflect Spell. You can probably try to find Thunder Spell at this point, but there aren't that many places left to look at it. They've already seen Mito, that's just Reflect. Which means there's only one possibility of spell. Not even spell is in Darunia. There are no possibilities of spell-blocked spells as far as Thunder being required.
Right, yeah, and we can tell that from the placement of the starting spells on the menu screen for anyone in chat who is not familiar with how we know which towns have which spells already.
Yep, jkoper is... found a connection here to what appears to be the east.
Yep, sure did.
Okay, old Gasudo just shield spell, but worth picking up.
Yeah, 4 gems, you get to level up a little bit, but it doesn't hurt to have it. It's free. It's here.
Yeah, and you never know when GP is going to be one of those absolutely brutal GPs that you're sitting in for like half an hour and you're like, man, I really...
Yeah, that's incredibly true, and for me, that's always. Patrick finds the candle.
Okay. Definitely, minute 3, the time you want to find a candle.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot better at minute 3 than minute 30.
Medicine cave. I don't. Maybe he's looking for magic containers. Would be my guess.
Yeah, definite possibility that with the he finds one.
Yeah, Coper just found one there, and I think this is Sunken Peabag Cave. And
Yeah,
then
it's always
Patrick's in Medicine Cave.
It's always a concern in the back of your mind is if Thunder's going to be required, unless you get to pretty decently high magic levels, you're probably going to need at least one container to be able to cast it. But that's sort of the advantage of finding Thunder as quickly as you can, is that you can start to get that information about, okay, how many containers am I going to need? How many magic levels do I want to take?
Hey, do we have a wet canyon here on the east? That would be fun.
Could be. It kind of looks like
Maybe.
it. With these connectors going up, it could just be a vanilla lake with sort of a big lake here sitting in the middle.
True, yeah, that's also true.
Say hi to our River Devil, who is completely useless, as is traditional.
Sorry, Crystal. Womp womp.
He's trying to guard the swamp, but when you start with boots, it's just hard.
He's just he's doing his best.
Patrick continuing to fight items here in the west, but they are all junk. And Coper making use of that shield spell got bonked by something here in this Risen Peabag Cave. Given where he died, probably a coconut. But maybe not. He is still on life too, even with all those bars. It can hurt you pretty badly, as Patrick has said. Well, enough with overworld exploration. Is he going to do? Nope. I thought he was going to do this 3 or 6, but maybe he's just getting some experience. So we've got 5, 3, or 6. And I think the other 3 or 6 are the 3 palaces on the west. As Patrick finds his way to Death Mountain. Finds his way off of Death Mountain.
Yes, that's the correct response, Patrick. Well done.
Yep. Rudder's already potentially in go mode. Death Mountain is not where the palaces are. As jkoper has found his access to the downstab. Also, theoretically, life spell if they can find the medicine, but I don't think we're going to see any of that. As Patrick
they started with
key.
Life, so they don't need to find the medicine.
Yeah. So actually, just the west just containing a somewhat useless candle and a big pile of useless small items.
Yeah, Elendar, I kind of agree with Trails here. Like, why isn't anyone in a palace yet?
Yeah, right?
What are we waiting? You got Fairy Spell, you got Glove. Yeah. Like, what are you waiting for?
Coper's spending a bunch of his time in the east. I think makes sense. If you think Thunder Spell is a thing you're going to need, the east is where you would look for it. You need 4 gems, so you're going to have to clear at least 1 palace over there, probably. But yeah, now Coper is getting these items in the west, and I mean, they're going to be nice, and a little bit of experience is going to help. Patrick's exploration has gotten him up to 333, which is a little bit of an advantage. But yeah, I'd be seriously considering just tackling. Maybe you don't want to do 5 right away, but either of the 3 or 6s are probably a good bet.
Yeah, 3 or 6. I mean, I would cry if it was Downstabbless Rebo, but these runners won't have a problem with it. Yeah.
I mean, Coper already, he took that game over on the east and immediately found Downstab.
Right.
So it's sort of... There's really everything you need to go dig some palaces, but... He's going to explore these caves and find a whole bunch of pea bags and small keys and red jars.
The candle and pea bags.
Yeah. Yeah, just a bunch of... I mean, again, it's over half of the items at this point we know are just going to be junk, so... Now Patrick making his way to the east. Let's see if he finds the Thunder Spell. He is going straight to towns. Oh. reading the side while the enemy is still alive. Going to be a little careful about that.
Yeah, that's bold. It's a bold move.
There are some. Yeah, he's not that far from where an up A would take him. He's taking the up A anyway, but there are some not fully understood bugs associated with dying while reading that sign that have the potential to crash your game if you're not careful. So
this is a very good video game.
Yeah, we think they have something to do with leveling up at the same time, but it could also have something to do with the fast text. It's a bit unclear. So Patrick is going to be our first one into a palace here in, looks like Palace 2. Is this 2 or is this
3 or
6?
6?
Okay,
that's 6.
I misread the pillars for a second, but those windows are very easy to read. And 6 not going to be your preference over 3, but still not unreasonable.
I mean, one of the things that I've noticed about Max Rando is that flag that is, the palace continues after boss room is set to on, which sometimes means you get a nice quick boss. Not always, but sometimes, you get 3-4 rooms in, here's your boss, and then the rest of the palace is just behind the boss.
Yep.
So there's at least that when you go into P6.
jkoper getting a hint, go east to find the cross. And just like you said, we get a pretty quick 6 here.
So that makes this 3 then that Koper's into.
Also a quick palace.
Well, hello there, Bebo.
jkoper with a good setup on the corner. Rebo mostly cooperating. Close enough. Meanwhile, attack 3, Barba proving annoyingly long.
Yeah, attack 3, Barba.
Yeah, with attack effectiveness randomization on, attack 3 is sort of the first level where sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, and it's really attack 4 before you really start going up. jkoper's first on the board. He's going to go, I was going to say straight to 6, but he's going to check P-Bag Key first.
Yeah, Patrick doing a nice job with this Barba fight. Just, very patient. Pretty much all you can do when you're at low levels with Barba. Just be patient and don't get booped.
Yeah, there are definitely some crazier strats we've seen Zarnax
like outside of
that down stab, but I like this. Just keep it safe, don't get hit. Get your 6 hit cycles in when you can, and
Intrepid Rebenak is the name of the race room. That's excellent.
Interesting. Patrick taking Magic 5 instead of Attack 4.
Patrick hasn't found any magic containers, so, I kind of don't blame him for this.
Yeah, he really wants to make sure that he can cast Thunder. He did skip over the gem. We're going to see him dig for... He was looking, hoping that Iron Knuckle would give him the XP he need. Only 2 points for these Rawheads.
Oh, Sag.
He's 1 XP short. So he's going to start dashing back and try to get 1 XP for a Rawhead. There he goes. And Patrick also now putting his first gem up on the board. Koper is... I didn't catch which palace he went to at 5. Okay. 5 is an interesting choice at 4-2-3,
but it's a choice for sure. I mean,
I don't know if he's seen where P6 is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Like a runner of Coper's caliber, I feel like will be fine with this, or should
Sure,
be fine with this at least.
I definitely believe that he's capable of it, but it can
It's
be.
just, yeah, you'd rather see P1. You know, like everyone would rather see P1.
Yeah, it could be a bit nasty fighting Guma, even with 7 bars, life 3.
Well, and yeah, and I mean it could be a bit nasty even finding Guma in Trolley Palace 5.
Yeah, because at Magic 2, Cobra has the dash spell, but it's going to be almost uncastable. I mean, I don't know. It may actually be literally uncastable.
I feel like you can't really abuse the dash spell until you get to like Magic 5 or 6.
Yeah, Magic 5 is, because the dash spell uses the same cost curve as the fire spell. It is extremely expensive early on and extremely cheap late. As Patrick has stepped into P3 and is about to step out of P3.
Patrick does not have downstab. Oh, yes, he does. Okay, he picked up downstab.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, Copra pretty quickly found his way to Guma.
Dash is down to 12 on Patrick's side at Magic 5.
Okay, so even with shield spell, a mace takes off 3 bars, so he's going to need to take no more than 2 hits.
Can he cast life as well? He cast shield. He must not be able to cast life. Otherwise, I'm assuming he would have done it.
Yeah, probably.
Meanwhile, Patrick's like, Rebo who?
I mean, it's possible that he just didn't realize... It's easy to forget that you have life spell when you didn't go pick it up, you just started with it.
Right.
Looks like maybe he was considering trying to cast it there and just didn't make it in time. Oh no, it's 91. Oh, no. He definitely can't cast life.
He can't cast anything to do... Okay, yeah. Thanks, game. Thanks for the spells we can't cast. Patrick was kind of poking around for an item in P3. I think maybe hoping, since P3 is one of the shorter palaces, it would be easily accessible, but coming up empty and noping out.
Yeah, now you see Cobra on his last life taking much more conservative strats. Get in, get a poke, get out.
Patrick also heading into P5.
Oh... That's
a really unfortunate game over for
yeah,
Cobra.
and jkoper was not happy about it.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah, and with Patrick here in 5, right, like the decision on doing a little bit of extra clearing early and then also saving this for last in the West, he's in here at 5-5-3. So, gonna be just as dangerous, but a lot faster. But first, Patrick's going to have to find his way. Just finding a loop there. Off to the right, going to head left. At Magic 5, he is making good use of the dash spell to try and get past these enemies, but just like Cooper,
wow. Nice save, Patrick.
Yeah, Magic 5 letting him pull it out and get back out. And this fairy, I'm not picking up the fairy. Maybe he'll go back and grab it if he sees the boss. I think the boss is just right.
It would be really nice if fairies in the palaces like that, any fairies actually, if they refilled your magic and your life. That would be fantastic.
That would be cool. Then you
don't have to kill small enemies for jar drops.
It would be interesting. Some neat things that you could do with that. It would certainly make the potential risk of going into a palace on only one cast of fairy a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah, and man, jkoper showing us it is a long walk back.
It is a long walk, and they're just like high-fiving each other here, pretty much.
Yeah, but we'll see how much attack 5 helps here versus attack 4.
Yeah, let's see what is the difference. Okay, so yeah, attack 5 is pretty good.
Patrick just sort of pushing him forward, getting his stabs in. And another death from jkoper means that Patrick is going to be a full P6 ahead. 1,000 points from the kill. Not going to really mean anything to Patrick, but for Koper, when he gets this kill, that's going to be big. Likely that'll mean that he'll also be able to pick up attack 5 from this. Yeah, and Patrick sort of has a vague interest in seeing if the item room is the next room, but as soon as he finishes getting his level and taking a look, he's like, no, I'm out.
Koper taking another game over. Oh, that's really, really too bad. Koper, please.
Yeah, this is the pain of Barba, or of Guma, right? Is you know, you do a bunch of practice, and however experienced you are is just very, very punishing, and little mistakes can really take you down.
Yeah, well, and it's like, once you get off the timing, it just seems like you take hit after hit sometimes, unless you really are careful about getting back on the timing with Guma.
Yeah, Patrick now once again picking up a magic level 563. Clearly Thunder on the mind, searching these item caves, hoping presumably for a magic container. Gets one.
He did find the one at least.
But we still haven't seen where Thunder Spell actually is.
No, we haven't seen a whole ton of... Okay, he's gonna grab up stab here. You know, we saw that little bit of exploration that Koper did in the east, but other than Patrick, like, pretty much picking up shield and noping out, we didn't see a whole lot else.
Yeah, one possibility we still have, we haven't seen New Kasuto, and the possibility that that is going to be hiding in its vanilla woods, which would mean that we would actually have a required item this seed in the hammer.
Oh, now that would be fun.
It is still a possibility. We'll find out which town Thunder is going to be in. There's only 2 left for Patrick to find here, and one of them for sure going to have Thunder.
Koper back at Guma, but taking another death there. He's jumping into him kind of and like getting bodied early. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult because his left-right movements are somewhat manipulatable, but also somewhat unpredictable. And also the amount of timing between when he starts spinning his ball and throws it out is also somewhat random.
Yeah, I don't like when he does that backup thing instead of just like, you know, like just please move forward at a uniform pace, sir. Don't just decide to back up and throw my timing off.
Patrick going to take this pass-through up to the north end of the east. Not sure if this is a required pass-through, but it's certainly going to be convenient.
Is that Koper's 3rd game over? He's just like, yeah. Nope, I'm done. I'm done here. I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's just out to go look and see if he could find some more experience, some more items, something to help him out, or potentially even just say, you know, forget it. There's still other palaces that I can clear. I'll do those instead. And Patrick searching across the north end of the east. So far, a vast, vast nothingness. Oh, and there's going to be a town. Okay. And it's
free
New
Thunder.
With Thunder in plain sight.
Granny wants 7 magic containers. I think that's probably not happening.
She's just guarding a pea bag anyway, I'm sure.
It's, yeah, red jar.
Patrick is going to check Spell Tower. The best thing here could definitely be a magic container. That's really all he's looking for. Finds the hammer. That could be potentially slightly helpful. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be great, but the seed just wanted to make sure that we felt comfortable, right? There's no possibility of ever being blocked by anything.
Just in case.
I did not. 63. Okay, Thunder castable.
So yeah, castable.
Didn't even need that magic container, though obviously it's going to be helpful. More magic capacity is more casts of dash.
Right? Koper's gonna get his random hammer. And his free thunder as well.
Yep, only 63 at Magic 3 as well, so...
Oh, wow.
Patrick's extra magic level's not going to be helpful in the casting of Thunder. Just going to be some easier access to the dash spell.
I mean, that could make a difference. We've seen it happen before, where the dash spell does actually make a difference in routing time through palaces.
Yeah, I mean... in a game that you are attempting to speedrun, running twice as fast is extremely valuable. Patrick immediately gets trolled in the lava encounter.
Oh no, the lava encounter claims another sacrifice.
Yep. And we've seen Death Valley, but I don't think we've seen either palace location here in the east.
No, we have not.
Patrick, gonna take another pass through, see if this leads down to like a third segment of the south?
This is quite the overworld. Like, vanilla-like overworlds are really just kind of gross.
Yeah, they can really do almost anything because of the way they generate. Patrick not even picking up the P-bag. Jumping and downstabbing would cost him 0 frames, and he doesn't want to do it.
Like, nope. I don't need your pee.
Okay. Water tile with a trophy. That's going to be Reflect spell if Patrick finds P4 and decides that's one of them that he wants to do.
I mean, at least Karak is an easy RNG boss, if that becomes a thing.
Yeah, short of being extremely low on life, it's pretty free. Patrick continues to search his southern segment. Okay, there's the last town and a palace. And I think, unless this is P4, we're going to see Patrick immediately clear it.
P2. Okay.
Yeah, dash spell already down to, looks like about 10 or 11. He's going to have quite a few casts of it. And like all our palaces today, quick boss. Goodbye, Helmet
very
Head.
fast Helmet Head.
Unfortunately, just barely not enough for a level. We're going to see him jump past and get some XP here. I think those are at least 50, yeah. And this is... I think this might be Magic 7 here for Patrick. We'll see if he dumps it into life or just decides to take it. Alright, he's dumping it into life. Very reasonable. A little sad he's only going to get 2 levels out of it. I don't think he's going to want to try to dig out the last one. So this is going to put him at 566 for GP.
Yeah, should be fine.
I know Patrick is very, very comfortable at those kind of levels.
Yes, for sure. And I mean... Okay, P4 is up here in this little corner by Valley of Death.
Yeah. So that means that either P1 or GP is going to be in the Valley of Death, and that raises the question, okay, do I go get Reflect Spell and do P4, which is a bit of slower but safer strat, or just jump into the Valley and hope it's P1? And that seems to be what Patrick's going to do.
I mean, I think he's going to hope it's GP because he has all 4 gems that he needs.
Yeah, he has 4 gems placed already. Never mind. That's, yeah.
And, you know, we're looking for a cave connector somewhere, TM, to Maze Island. So I think he's really hoping a lot that this is GP here.
If this is not GP, and it almost certainly means that the last cave connector is going to be... And given that he's explored so much of the west and the east, if there's another cave connection, it's a cave connection in Death Mountain, almost certainly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're going to be digging Death Mountain for the cave connector to Maze Island. We're about to find out. The suspense builds.
Yeah, Invisible Moa doing its best to keep Patrick out. Koper is going to find P4 in a second here, but he does not have his Reflect Spell either, so he's going to be forced to go down, and it's GP.
Oh, right. Okay, so...
No digging in Death Mountain today.
For us. Yeah, no connector hunt for us today. No cave connector madness.
We got a nice, convenient, lightly colored blue GP. Wants to not make you feel too not at home.
Yeah, I don't hate this color palette at all.
And then anyone who thought maybe, do I gamble on left or do I go right? Very quickly you go right, and it's like, nope, you're going left. It's that kind of a palace.
It's like Koper's picking up jump.
Yeah, at this point, I imagine that you've got to think if you're Koper, you're thinking, well, my only chance is that it's going to be some kind of really nasty GP. I might as well pick up the tools that are going to help me there. But Patrick is in here with, everything that could potentially be required. He has both stabs, he has thunder, he has the magical key.
Yeah, about the only thing he doesn't have is jump, as far as spells that could be helpful.
Yeah, but at Magic 6, he can afford to substitute Fairy for jump in a lot of places.
True, and also dash. These waffle and syrup rooms or whatever are heckin' terrifying.
They are some of the scariest rooms that the community came up with in the room jam. Especially
this community, I think, is a little sick sometimes.
Yeah, there's definitely some people who like pain. The mixed large and small enemies as well is a big contributor to that.
I hate that flag. I hate that flag, Elendar. I hate it with all my soul. Yay, Koper taking down Helmet Head, placing a second gem. Well, not placing it yet because he's going to try and maybe double level here, or at least get something better than whatever he gets for XP 890.
Yeah, he took a little bit seeing if those drippers would drip something, but...
That's a room here for Patrick.
Yeah. Okay, gonna use Thunder to break out.
30 point red chickens. Thanks, GP.
And that is a solid -2 right there. And more chickens in the next waffle.
Wow.
Attack 5 not doing great. Let's see. I think he's gonna try and get above.
Yeah, that's a very good move. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, Cobra's up to attack 5 now. I wonder if we're gonna see him go back into Palace 5, or if he's just gonna. Well, he's gonna have to go somewhere off of this continent because he doesn't have Reflect. So
yeah, at this point he's almost certainly gonna end up having to take an up A, and if you have to up A anyway, and you already have the trophy, which I don't know if he found or not. But I didn't
see him take that connector to where the water tile and desert tile were.
Yeah, it's possible he's just going to go into 5 here with some additional attack and life levels and just be like, okay, I got you now. Patrick finding another chicken-infested waffle room.
Gross. Gonna shield this time. It's sort of helping.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Koper found Maze Island. Okay.
Okay, Maze Island's gonna reward him quite well with P1 here.
P1.
If you're looking to clear palaces, it's definitely the one you want to find. We'll see if this is like the rest of our palaces and, 2 rooms to the boss. Left is not a great sign. Ooh, it looks like Patrick used the life spell there and got a single bar in return.
Ew. Okay, so it doesn't even really matter if life is castable because it's pretty much just junk.
Yep. Thankfully, the shield spell and the dash spell are pretty good uses of your magic. Patrick gonna check for a fairy here. Doesn't find one. I believe that that chicken is a 50-50 for a jar, but Patrick, without the jump spell, not going to be able to check it. Oh, attack 5 enough to break a king bot in one hit, and that'll despawn the rest of the room.
Those king bots are... They're very fast for as large as they are. Like it's always unexpected.
Yeah,
the speed at which they chase me.
And they can be really convenient. You find them in a room and you get to despawn all the chickens, or they can be just
I love that.
Absolutely rude and just materialize in thin air over a pit.
Yeah, when I get to despawn chickens, that's like my favorite king bot. When it's like, oh, we're just gonna bop you here into the lava. No, thank you.
Alright, here's Thunderbird. Patrick does have enough, it looks like just barely, to be able to cast Thunder here. Thanks to a red jar in the previous room.
Meanwhile, Koper definitely did not find, a 2-room horse head here in P1.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. Koper finding 1-ups in the large enemy group. It's a thing that could be nice, but we'll see how bad this GP continues to treat Patrick and whether that's going to be relevant or not.
Alright, that's T-Bird down for Patrick. So, we'll see.
It's a fabulous 200 P-bag as his reward. Oh, and just the most fun version of this room.
Ew. This room. Koper's having a heck of a time in this P1. Like, this is... For P1, this is quite long. He's been in here for a hot second.
This is going to prove the longest of all of the palaces that we've seen today, and it's P1.
Patrick, I thought maybe you were lava bound there, sir. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. I thought that chicken had him.
Yeah, some nice chicken dodges. Going to try and push this one off the cliff. And here's hoping
Yay,
this is
Horsehead.
Darklink. It is.
Oh, wow. Okay, so just as jkoper finally finds Horsehead, here's Patrick at Darklink.
I don't know if Patrick has another life left, and...
Oh, this could be spicy.
Okay, good dodges from the jump in the corner.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Darklink gonna be a little bit non-trivial here with no magic and only probably 2 hits until he's dead. Takes a hit. Oh no! And it's a game over!
Oh no! No! Oh,
There have been more game overs on Darklink in this tournament than I think we've seen. Just even in the early rounds of the brackets than in any of the tournaments previously. It has been rough in these GPs.
Wow.
And it's such a long walk back.
Oh my goodness, yeah. He's gonna have to go through all of these chicken rooms again and, try harder to not get hit as much. Yeah, up an A.
Yeah, and the one nice thing that Patrick has is that he knows he doesn't need to save enough magic for Thunder now. Thunderbird is going to stay dead. He'll be able to use that magic for either shield spell or dash spell to try and make this faster and or safer.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Here's the... Yeah, that's... When you can keep that guy on that block and just stab his ankles like that, that's the good strat. But in the emoji room, he can move, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Patrick using dash spell to try and get some distance, but that chicken just absolutely refuses to let him go.
This guy's on the ceiling here. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna throw my fire from the ceiling. jkoper back into P5 at attack 6 is like, Guma, I will have my revenge.
The drippers are 300-point blue iron knuckles.
Yeah, jkoper has known that. I don't think that Patrick ever saw a dripper enemy that I remember in a palace. But, I mean, that could have been some nice farming earlier on in the seed.
Yeah, and I don't think we saw... we've seen a couple divergences Patrick could have taken here in GP, but I don't think there were any on the path to Darklink. I think you sort of just had to take...
this is pretty linear.
Yeah, which is a little unfortunate, because sometimes, you find the way to Darklink, you take a game over, and you're like, well, maybe one of these other paths, if you left a lot of other paths behind you, you think, well, maybe one of them is a shortcut, and you think maybe you could check them, but I don't think that's the case here, as jkoper finally gets his revenge on Guma at attack 6.
Okay, yeah, that was easy Guma at attack 6, and that is jkoper's 4th gem. And having seen Maze Island, he knows already that... Well, I think he knows. He should know that GP is in Valley of Death. I don't know if he ever saw...
He's seen all of the other palaces.
So he saw everything else.
So... jkoper's going to be behind here in GP, but probably only about 1 game over from Patrick behind. So, still anybody's race. These chickens could definitely have a say.
Okay, yeah, and this time Patrick using the stab him in the ankle strats. And yeah, jkoper heading straight for Valley of Death. Oh my gosh, this room is gross.
Oof.
Oh, what?
Trying to get up and accidentally breaks the block beneath him. He's going to be down to his last life.
jkoper heading for GP, using fairy feet on these encounters to skip them through the connector cave.
Yep, and Patrick just using safe strats to take out the spicy chicken and gonna go up top afterward. No chance of getting bopped back down now.
I don't blame him one bit. He is on his last life. He took a game over to Dark Link, which feels so bad. Like, he definitely does not want to do this again.
All right, and for the second race in a row, jkoper entering GP about 12 or 13 minutes behind, but we all know how the last one turned out, so I definitely wouldn't.
Right?
I definitely wouldn't count him out yet. Oh no! Nasty fire hit's gonna take a fairy cast out of Patrick.
Wow.
He does get the recovery, but he's once again he's gonna be down to fairly low amounts of his last life and relatively low magic coming into Dark Link.
Yeah, hopefully he'll have enough magic for this room.
There's just so many of them.
Yeah, it's like you don't have a choice. You have to cast shield in here.
Yeah.
Just try not to take too many hits. Like, what do you even do in this room?
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with Patrick Strats. Just cast shield, try to dodge, take the high route.
Yeah, I mean, without jump, if you had jump, you could do that fancy, break the block and jump up there. Oh, like, I need to learn that one. That's a good trick.
Oh no!
Oh no! Patrick, please!
We said jkoper was only about a game over from Patrick behind, and now jkoper is still going to take out Thunderbird. He doesn't necessarily know the path, but he is on the right route. It's sort of just the standard go right path, and jkoper's in the lead at this point. He has a slight advantage in life and attack.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's up a level on Patrick in life and attack. And, with like us knowing what enemy set is coming later for Koper, that life level might make a difference in the amount of hits he can take.
Yeah, one thing that's going to make a big difference, though, for Patrick is he knows how painful this is. He knows where the pain points are. And he knows what rooms he's going to have to save his resources for.
That is very true. Yeah, this first time through, Koper doesn't have any of that information.
Yeah, and really getting pounded there by that blue bird or that orange bird knight does manage to take him down, but it takes about half of his second life away. All right, jkoper to this like second of 5 bird knight rooms, but we talked about jkoper picking up the jump spell earlier, and this is exactly where you want it.
Yeah, this is gonna alleviate some of those issues that we've saw Patrick have with these rooms, although not always the most fun when you get a spicy chicken in there, because they do this, like, here's the fire right above you kind of thing.
Yeah, and we're going to see jkoper employ safe strats, take out the spicy chicken first from the ground, then go up. Yeah, the NES showing its incredible processing power with the lag in some of these rooms.
Oh, Patrick.
A well-timed shield spell just barely saves him. Oh, but he takes a pop from the bubble. No. He's going to have to redo the room. Yeah, I know Patrick has upstab. I think Koper also does, but he might not. Koper going to risk a use of the jump spell looking for a jar. Does not get rewarded on the 50-50.
Yeah, Koper does have upstab.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but he's going to be down to his last life in this annoying room with lava and chickens, which I know does not describe almost anything in this GP.
Right, that room. I know exactly the one that you're talking about.
Is yet another waffle. Shield and jump being cast. Unfortunately, though, this is going to be unfortunate. Well, I was going to say, this is going to mean that jkoper isn't going to have enough magic to cast Thunder. However, the room just prior to Thunderbird is a room that has a 50-50 in it, so he can respawn that room over and over again until he gets the jar.
Okay. So he's got a safety at least.
Yeah. Assuming that he knows that room is that way. It's one of the community rooms, but it is somewhat of a well-known room. It's the one where it's the pass-through with breakable blocks in the middle.
Yep. I know the one.
Yeah, that one gets new runners because you sort of break through the blocks normally, and all of a sudden, Red Bird Knight pops up right on top of you. You're like, ah! Interesting. jkoper sees that Kingbot doesn't want to take that room. He's going to check this right here, and this is maybe the one divergence on the way, and pretty sure this is just it's gonna have to dead end relatively soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and jkoper not interested and gonna go back to the Kingbot room. Patrick also down to his last life again in this same really rough Bird Knight room. Okay. jkoper's last little bit of magic does hit the 50-50 to refill. Yeah, Mariah's saying he thinks jkoper doesn't have upstab, and that wouldn't surprise me with him skipping that upstab room. Also, it would explain his lack of wanting to fight that Kingbot. Oh no!
Oh no, jkoper.
All right, he's gonna be able to fairy spell out, and I think coming up is the red jar room, so he will be able to refill, but he won't be able to cast the life spell at all because he's gonna need it for Thunder. Dark Lake is not directly behind T-Bird, but it's not very far. All right,
gets the jar
thinking about casting life. Oh no!
jkoper. Oh, jkoper,
that
you're
life
gonna
he's
going to
be kicking himself because Thunderbird is right here. And that life cast means he doesn't have enough for Thunder, and this is his last life. And Patrick is right on his heels, gonna be... I think he's also just
Patrick
in this...
Patrick is also on his last life, though.
Yeah.
This is something.
Nice thing for Patrick here, though, since he's already killed Thunderbird, he's going to be able to convert this jar into at least a few bars of life. And I would be surprised if we didn't see Patrick... break the top ones first, hit it from the right. Yep, for that reason.
Yep.
And then I bet we're going to see him... Okay, he's going to go to the left to respawn the room, but... Oh, no, he's thinking about it. Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to see Patrick respawn this room a couple times, looking for life spell. jkoper tried to go that other route, and unfortunately he's going to take a game over. This path is just rough. And a second Bird Knight for Patrick, and yeah, he's just gonna keep trying this 50-50, get your life, play it safe. Alright, third time's a charm. And yeah, he can get 2 casts, it looks like it's 2 bars per cast.
I mean, 2 bars isn't as...
It's not
2 bars
great.
isn't as bad as 1 bar, but like it's not. It could be worse. Like it could be 1 bar.
Yeah, in a lot of seeds, 2 bar and 1 bars are kind of the same, and then it's like, well, I don't really want to cast it. Ah, yes, we forgot about this room. This absolutely lovely room.
Yeah, Patrick, please. Oh no, Patrick. Patrick.
jkoper also taking an early nap.
Oh.
And this any advantage Patrick had coming into this GP is just being overridden by how absolutely brutal it is.
No, I mean at this point, it's pretty much like who can power through this, who can brute force their way through this first.
Yeah, Patrick still has a bit of a small advantage in that he has seen all the way to Darklink. He has already killed Thunderbirds. That's going to save him some extra magic. But Koper isn't that far behind on his exploration, and he's got an attack and life advantage.
Yeah, and I think Koper is pretty sure now that T-Bird is required.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
he knows that.
He is taking a different route here. We did not see this route.
Which will be interesting. I mean, maybe T-Bird just isn't required.
Maybe
and,
this is the shortcut we were talking about.
Or, yeah.
This is that room right next to Darklink that jkoper had turned around in because he didn't have upstab or didn't want to go through it. This is a huge shortcut Koper's found.
Wow.
This is going to take him right to Thunderbird.
I love GP for this reason, because there are sometimes more than one way to get to the thing you need to find.
Yeah, jkoper continuing to have bad luck trying to pick up that red jar, but this cuts like 10 rooms out of the cycle.
Yeah, and it cuts some of those really gross early waffle rooms out.
Right, it's not just faster, it's also a lot easier. And that's going to give Koper the ability to use things like Fairy and Shield a lot more aggressively. Yeah, and this is going to be the room right before T-Bird. We're going to see him try at the red jar. Does get it first try. And yeah, 656.
All right.
This should be, hopefully, I don't want to curse it, but hopefully not too difficult of a T-Bird from jkoper. He's still got all his lives too. Oh, I am corrected.
Yeah.
He does have 2 lives. He did apparently lose one earlier. That's right. He took a lava bath that he couldn't fairy out of.
Yeah, but he has attack 6. He casts shield and he should 7 heart containers, life 6. This should be fine for him.
Yep, and jkoper's taking it pretty easy, not trying to get double hits or do anything fast, just a safe, consistent pattern.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, this room still has the potential to cause a lot of havoc, but...
This room is something, alright. Yep, there goes Koper into the drink.
Yep. But he does have an extra life in reserve, can cast shield, and with shield spell up, he can be pretty conservative jumping across these pits. It's okay to take a hit from a Bago Bago. It's really okay to take a hit from the horizontal drops. They do almost no damage, especially with shield spell up. The lava's the real enemy.
Yeah, for sure.
And we got a bird and a spicy chicken in this room. Koper taking a body hit. Gonna fairy out.
Patrick
And
taking a death in this room that we've seen. Oh, okay, and here's Coper at Darklink.
yep, and he's going to be in the same
Wow.
position Patrick was here at the first time, though. He could probably take one hit, but not two, and he's on his last life. Wow, and jkoper gets it done.
GG's to jkoper.
What a crazy race.
Yeah, jkoper finishes in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 58 minutes and 50 seconds. Wow. It's a pretty nice comeback on Coper's part.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Patrick just a tiny, tiny little bit away from victory on Darklink, and as soon as jkoper found that shortcut, it was kind of the end of the. I mean, I don't want to say the end of the race, but is the advantage that he really needed, because even with that shortcut, he finished at almost no resources.
Yeah. That shortcut takes some of these rooms that Patrick is, kind of beating his head against the wall against at this point. Takes these out of the equation. So definitely a little easier path for Coper when he tried that other way. I think we will be joined by jkoper shortly for an interview.
Yeah, and Patrick is sticking it out. He wants to get this clear.
I kind of don't blame him. It would be one thing if, Coper was the first to Darklink and Patrick didn't really, didn't know the path, didn't know where he was going, but, I don't know. He was, a couple hits away from winning and he died. I would be also wanting revenge on Darklink at this point.
And once again, Patrick's bad luck on the 50-50 in this room continues. Last time it took him 3 tries. We'll see how long it is this time. Okay, only 2. Not too bad. And he is going to use both casts of life right away this time. Still going to have enough for at least 1, maybe 2 casts of shield. And Patrick's just going to have to make his way through this absolutely wonderful room. And then there's one more room after with some chickens, and then Darklink. And Patrick doesn't have enough to cast Fairy here. He is going to have a shield. Let him body a hit, but he's... Oh no, he doesn't have any lives left. He's 1 room away.
Oh, Patrick. Oh, Patrick, please.
And Patrick has thrown in the towel, and I don't blame him. Yeah, screw this noise was the comment.
I agree with you, Patrick. Wholeheartedly agree. Right, we are... Hi, jkoper. How are you? Oh, and we are also joined by Patrick. GG's to both of you. That was quite the seed.
Yeah, good game, Cooper. That was not an easy one to finish.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I blame only myself for a lot of time wasted there, obviously. But man, I was really close to killing Guma a few times, and then just 3 game overs that hurt pretty bad.
That's how it went for Great Palace for me. I got to Dark Link, had 1 or 2 hits left, and just despite corner strats and just squatting and stabbing, he's hit me somehow. Game over. So, oh well.
Yeah, the big difference in that GP ended up being you both had sort of gone through a bunch of stuff, taken some game overs, but Koper died sort of. I think he had seen Thunderbird, but died shortly thereafter, but hadn't made it to Darklink, and decided to check some other paths, and one of the lefts led you basically to right before Thunderbird.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even take the right at start, and I don't know how much was there, but I can't imagine too much because there were lots of routes to the left, so...
Yeah, the right at start was an immediate dead end.
Yeah.
That hurts to find out that there was a shorter path. I've been struggling through that for 20 minutes now.
Yeah, I mean, if you game over... Well, I guess if you got to Darklink, then I don't blame you for taking the same path over and over again, because you know that it works. But, yeah, I had not seen Darklink, of course. Yeah, I got to Thunderbird, and then I went back. I didn't have enough magic to cast Thunder, so I walked backwards, and then there was the Mew in the next room. I thought about farming that for a jar, and I was like, no, this is going to take too long, especially, I got a P-Bag drop, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to have to kill, 7 or 8 of these things to get another drop, and it's probably going to be another P-Bag, so I walked back some more, and then died immediately to a Bird Knight. So, yeah, for me, it only made sense to take the other path and see where it went, and, yeah, it went pretty much back to Darklink. Oh, before I got to Thunderbird, though, I got the red jar out of the room with the blocks and the lava, and I cast Life, and Life was 58 even at level 5, so that as my life bar was filling, but I didn't have that's the only reason I didn't have enough magic for Thunderbird, because I had cast Life, so I had some major regrets there. But
I did the same thing, but I had magic 6, so life was 41. And
okay.
I ended up with 65 magic points left over, and just enough for the Thundercast.
Yeah. Not that I would have had a good shot of getting past the rest of that path to Darklink, I think, with no magic left at all.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah,
a good game. That was not an easy one, like I said. So.
Yeah.
Well,
it sounds like it was an interesting race to watch, I guess. You don't see game overs to Darklink too often. That's unfortunate, but yeah, GG. This is another one that I feel like I didn't necessarily deserve.
No, I think you can say you did. I mean, that's...
I mean, I got through with the things that I needed to, but it certainly took some luck. So, GG, you're against a CS tutor, I guess. I was talking to him if I had to race him. So, yeah, maybe I'll see you again sometime in a few rounds, I guess.
I hope so. Well, good game again, and thanks everybody for commentating and tracking.
Yeah, same. Thanks, Elendar. I think Royale. I don't know.
Yeah, GG's you two. This was very entertaining, very back and forth, very close at the end.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I gotta hop up. So.
All
All
right.
right, so I'm going to give both of our runners a follow. Links are in chat. To our commentators, Elendar and Royale, and to Animus for tracking. Let's see, what else do we have Z2R action? I think we've got TH and Bob the Elder tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. We've got Dr. J and Elendar at 9 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesday, I believe that's it for that. We also got MMR Blitz tomorrow before Z2R, so stay tuned for all that, and I'll see you later.